welcome back. My name's Tabitha. So we'll be going over the public access skills today here at Puppy Jake. And we are gonna go out in public today. For right now, as we're just kind of building relationship, having the dogs learn how to work with us.
A service dog is a dog that can provide specific tasks. The type of dogs that we do here at Puppy Jake are very specific to PTSD and mobility. Any veteran who has been discharged from the military with some sort of disability is eligible for a Puppy Jake dog. We have right now 28 dogs that we are training for veterans. We have 6 that come in about every quarter, and we have about 40 veterans that are actively out there with their service dog.
The IndyCar races. So one of the reasons that we bring dogs to the event is it gives us an opportunity to train them in an environment and what we call public access. So that ultimately what we want our service dogs to be able to do is to go out with their veteran in an environment like this. Why we bring them out also is because everybody loves puppies, and that gives us a chance to tell more people about what we're doing and how we do it and how we need help.
Colonel, between. So my name is Zach Fox, and my dog Colonel.
With rescue, we fostered probably 75 dogs or so, but it can be really hard on you. So we decided to take a break from rescue. That lasted about 2 weeks. It's really important to our family to give back to the community, so we decided to start with the Puppy Jake Foundation. We started training dogs to be service dogs for our wounded warriors. And I am the wife to a veteran that has received a place dog.
You know, my time in service is about, I'd say 9 or 10 years. I learned a lot about, I don't know, I always say that PTSD is realizing that you'll never be that cool ever again in the eyes of your peers. Because when you do go overseas, there's that feeling of you are in control. I would not wish combat on anyone, but it is definitely an awe-inspiring experience. But coming back from that and realizing what happened and how close things were, that's what really makes you think, like, maybe I need to choose a different line of work. So, and I didn't really realize that I had an issue until, you know, I met my wife, you know, and she was very understanding and was able to say, hey, you might need to get some help. So my wife and I decided we wanted to give back. We needed to do something with dogs. So one day she said, how about the Puppy Jake Foundation? As a veteran, I could think of no better way to give back, and I love dogs. I said no puppies, and within 2 days, we had a puppy. And that puppy was Colonel. And
So currently with the Puppy Jake Foundation, the longest you would really have a dog as a foster would be 6 to 8 months. But when we got Colonel, it was the very beginning of the pandemic and things were wild. So of course we didn't want to be passing dogs from house to house. So we ended up keeping Colonel for the full 2.5 years before he was placed.
We were still going to give him up. We were still going to make sure that he went to the right veteran. And it just so happened that during the training process, my wife, my friends, my therapist, the VA counselors are like, what can you attribute your success to? You're improving, you're getting better, you're coming off of medications, you're happier. The common denominator was Colonel. And so I applied, and he's amazing. I mean, it changes your life, it really does, so.
So Puppy Jake is a nonprofit, and so we exist through volunteers and donations. And it takes 2 years and $25,000 and countless hours of volunteers to train a dog. When I'm asked about what a dog does for a veteran, I often start with the story of my dad. And that is, my dad was a Vietnam War veteran. He stepped on a landmine and spent about a year of his life in a hospital. But it was always fascinating because my mom was the one that fed the dogs, who walked the dogs, who loved the dogs. And the family dogs loved my dad best. You could watch the dogs, now in hindsight, leaning against his leg or coming in and doing this deep pressure therapy, climbing and putting themselves over his legs with no training. And I think that that's the thing I've seen repeated, is how much these veterans connect to their dogs. And the fact that we are able to help facilitate some type of comfort, some type of assistance, if it's just the mobility issue, is, you know, it just fills your heart with gratitude that you can be a part of this.
So service dogs are a really great tool for helping someone with a disability, but they are not an end-all be-all. We always say that disabilities, specifically mental health disabilities, are like a wheel, and all of the different support systems are various spokes on the wheel. So service dogs can be one spoke, but they're not going to solve everybody's problems.
A lot of the guys will struggle with, they feel like they're taking. But in essence, they've given so much. If the things that you have given your country cause you to not be able to leave your house, whether you're being compensated by the VA or not with that, those are the people we're after. Those are the people who say, hey, I know for a fact I can change your life. There's so many of these things that I can see, I can pinpoint in people, like this guy needs it now. I mean, I sob every single time because I'm like, you have no idea how much your life is going to change.